Good morning again, once again, everyone. Welcome to Applied Economics. We are now at our 11th week, and for 11th week, our topic is wages. So we will discuss the methods of wage payment, also define wages, and also explain the nature and scope of minimum wage. So let's proceed to our discussion. So, what is a wage? So, the term wage is the regular payment to an employee in return for his work or service rendered. In short, it is also our salary or the salary of a typical employee. So, there are different types of payment. We have the money payment. Money payment in modern age where money is well used, wages take the form of money payment. Also, we have payments in kind in agrarian or rural economies which may be paid in kind. For example, a farmer may pay his workers 5 kilos of rice per day plus a free meal at his farms. So this can be payment or a wage of a typical employee in a agrarian or rural economy. Another type of payment is fringe benefits. So for fringe benefits, in addition to the money payment in the form of incentives to serve as motivation for the worker. Example, in addition to the money payment, he may also have free medical benefits, paid holiday housing facilities, car incentive, free tips and sack of rice, grocery items, and clothing allowance as well. So these are the different types of payment. Let's discuss money wage and real wage. So money wage is also called nominal wage. So it is the only face value of the money, but will not give us the exact idea of how much is the real worth or its purchasing power. And for real wage, it shows the quantity of goods and services that money wages can buy. So we have here our formula. So real wages is equals to money wage divided by the general price level multiplied by 100. So real wages are the purchasing power of money wages. During inflation, when prices rise faster than money wages, real wages fall. During time of deflation, prices fall further than money wages and real wages rise. Example, we have here an example. We have 250 pesos. So this is the money wage and the general price level is equals to 5. So therefore, if we are going to compute again, so how are we going to find the real wage? So again, our money wage is 250. Let's divide it into 5, which is our general price level. Then we'll multiply it to 100. So our answer is 5,000 pesos. So the real wage is 5,000 pesos and it is the actual purchasing power or the quantity it can purchase or exchange in the market. So that is the real wage. That is how we are going to compute the real wage. Also, we have here the nature of minimum hours work. So let's have an history of the nature of minimum hours work. So King Arthur the Great attributed the saying of 8 hours work, 8 hours sleep, 8 hours play. Make a just healthy day. So 8, 16, 24, total of 24 hours. And when it was Henry Ford who, in his own initiative and volition, established the 8-hour day in his company in 1914 and the 5-day week in 1926. So under the Labor Code of the Philippines, which took effect on November 1, 1974, year 1974, the minimum number of hours of work shall not be more than 8 hours a day. So that is the minimum number of hours of work shall not be more than 8 hours a day. So hours of work in the Philippines include all time during which an employee is required to be on duty or to be prescribed workplace, all time during which an employee is suffered or permitted to work, and rest periods of short duration during working hours shall be counted as well. In the Philippines, a Commonwealth Act number 444, approved on June 3, 1939, provided a legal working day not to be succeeded 8 hours daily in any industry or occupation, whether public or private, with the exception of farm workers, laborers who prefer to be paid on piece work by basis, domestic servants, and persons in the personal service of another, and members of the family of the employer working for him. So we have here the scope of minimum wage rate for this one. The labor code as amended and prescribed under the labor code, PD 80, 815, 891, and 928, using uh, 481 pesos as minimum wage in NCR, or in just in National Capital Region. So the monthly paid employees is distinguished from daily paid employees. And monthly paid employees, person who are paid every day of the month, including non-working rest days, special days, and regular holidays. So example, government employees, uh, factor is 365 days in a year to determine actual annual and monthly salary. We have here our computation. So here is our EMR is equals to applicable daily rate multiplied by 365 days divided by 12 months. So we have here in 365 days in a year, we have 302 ordinary working days, 51 rest days, 10 regular holidays, and 2 special days, equivalent of 365 days in a year. The daily paid employees, they are the person who are paid every day that they actually work. So we have here an example of the working hours and working days in example of government employee. We also have here a method of wage payments. So we have the time rates, piece rates, quota rate, and commission. So for time rates, workers are paid according to the number of his days or weeks worked. Each worker will receive the same amount per hour, day, week, or month work. So examples are food crew per hour 481 in NCR. So it's 60 per hour. For piece rates, it is payment according to result. Every worker will receive the same amount of money for every article produced. For example, a factory worker per product produced. So it is 50 pesos per cloth finish. Quota rate is a specific amount or number of items sold should be reached to be able to get payment for the service rendered. So example, car dealers or car sales executive usually has a quota of 1 unit of a car per month to be able to get their salary. And for commission, a certain percentage for every unit sold. So for example, an Avon sales agent got 20% commission out of their total sales. So these are the methods of wage payments. We also need to discuss wage differentials. So for wage differentials, these are the money payment differs due to the following reasons. So what are the reasons? We have the nature of industry. So the nature of industry, the larger the industry is with big capital, will automatically give higher wages compared to small scale industry. So example is Napocor and San Miguel Corporation. So for this one, the job requirements should be a high educational attainment, highly trained and skilled workers get high pay. So if those who had doctorate degrees, they will command high salary. High degree of risk can pay higher than those who do not record the same risk. Example, as skydivers are paid high enough for training soldiers, professional basket players as well. So individual character differences such as Asian experiences connote different wages as well. So uh, example, well-skilled painter or a carpenter demands high wages. And also in elasticity of supply, only few who know to do it commands high wage. So examples are geologists, chemists, anthropologists, and archaeologists. So these are the wage differentials. So in the Philippines, we have computation of wages under different settings. So we have public holidays in the Philippines and are days off that have been provided for the law under Chapter 7 of the Administrative Code of 1987 and which are observed across the nation. So there are two main types of public holidays in the Philippines. We have the regular holidays and special days. And each year, the President of the Philippines will make a proclamation regarding the dates observation of the following year's public holidays. Though public holidays are defined by the law stated above, the President's proclamations remove any doubt about dates for a given year. His proclamations also allow for modifications to be made to the list of public holidays for any particular year. And the proclamation regarding 2014 dates in number 600,555, 655. So the proclamation of public holiday for 2015 is number 83. Yes. We have here in your handouts or PDF files. Kindly check handouts or PDF files. You will see the proclamation number 831. So it is the declaration of the regular holidays, special non-working days, and special holidays for all schools for the year 2015. So this is the proclamation of number 831. So we could see here in your handouts or PDF files our regular holidays, special non-working days, and also um, special holidays for all schools. So for regular holidays, we have New Year's Day, Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Araw ng Kagitingan, Labor Day, Independence Day, National Heroes Day, Bonifacio Day, Christmas Day, and Rizal Day. So for special non-working days, we have Chinese New Year, Black Saturday, Ninoy Aquino Day, All Saints Day. Additional special non-working days is 2nd of January and the 24th of December, and the last day of the year, which is 31st of December. And for special holidays for all schools, we have the EDSA Revolution Day as well. So these are the regular holidays, special holidays, and special non-working holidays under the proclamation of number 831. So let's proceed onto computation of overtime pay on a regular holiday. So employees who work on holidays are paid substantially more than overtime rate on regular days. So regular hourly rate plus 25% of regular or hourly rate. However, the difference in the categories definition is reflected in their separate pay rates. Those who work on regular holidays are paid at least 200% of the sum of their daily rate at cost of living allowance. On the other hand, employees who work on special non-working holidays are paid at least 130% of the sum of their daily rate at the cost of living allowance. Always add 200% to the minimum wage. And regular holidays are those that usually have a fixed date, such as New Year's Day, Independence Day, and Christmas Day. The only exceptions to this rule are National Heroes Day and religious holidays of Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, Eid al-Fitr, and Eidul Adha. Special non-working days, on the other hand, are more flexible. Apart from being enacted by the Congress, also be declared under the judgment of the President. So let's have an example. Example, Miss Ann Gives work as an IT specialist in John Gokongwei Group of Company. So she is being paid an amount of 500 per hour as her compensation. Her boss would like her to work for 8 hours on November 30 to be able to finish a customized payroll system. How much earning shall Miss Steves have on that day working for an 8-hour work? So again, November 30. So let's go check. November 30 is Rizal Day. November 30 is Bonifacio Day. So it is a regular holiday. So let's have here our given variants or numbers. We have here 500 pesos a day and 8 hours. So let's divide it. 500 divided by 8 is 62.5 per hour. So our solution is, let's have here once again 200% of the sum of their daily rate. So 200% multiplied by 500 is equals to 1,000 a day. So let's check. Um, we have here 200% multiplied by 62.5 is equals to 125, and multiplied by 8 is equals to 1,000 a day. So this is our computation for example this one. So let's compute for this is for regular holiday. Now let's go check for the special holiday. So for special holiday, note always add 150 to the minimum wage. Example, Mr. Benny De Dios works as a supervisor in the shipping industry in Makati. He's earning 750 a day, and the manager would like him to render service on November 1. How much is his take-home pay? So we have here 750 a day or 93.75 hour. So solution 150% multiplied by 750 is equals to 1,125 per day. So let's go check 1,125 divided by 8 hours. So we have here 140.625 per hour, and the take home pay is 1,125 a day or 140.625 per hour. So let's have the computation of minimum wage with overtime rate on regular day. For the overtime rate, it is 25% of minimum wage working beyond 8 hours, and there is a night shift differential also. It starts from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. plus 10%. So example, Miss Bernadette Ocampo was advised by her supervisor to render service from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. She is earning a minimum of 280 per day. How much would be her take-home pay on that day? So our given variance of variables, we have here 250 pesos per day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and overtime from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So solution, we have 280 pesos per day is equals to 35 pesos per hour. So 280 multiplied by 25% is equals to 70%, 70 pesos per hour, and 70 pesos per hour multiplied by 5 is equals to 350. So 280 plus 350 is equals to 630. So 600 pesos is the take home for the day. So these are the computations for regular holiday, special holiday, and overtime rate on a regular holiday. So for this week's lesson, we have references. We have Principles of Economics with Taxation, Agrarian Reform, and Cooperatives, written by Luz P. Banyas. And also for this week, we have requirements. So for the requirements, we have activity 1. Solve what is being asked in each item. Show your complete solution and external your final answer. So we have 3 questions. First question is let's read it. Professor Silvia De Lara is teaching for only 4 hours a day with a minimum rate of 2,000 a day. How much is her actual rate per hour? For number 2, Miss Maui Mina, a service crew of 7-Eleven, was assigned to render service from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. of June 4, a regular day. Unluckily, the night shift crew assigned to take her place could not make it on that particular day. Miss Mina will render up to 6 a.m. on the following day. Compute for her take-home pay for that day. for activity number 3, Jade is an accountant at SJVN Corporation earning 330 per day. If she works during regular day and need overtime up to 11 p.m., how much is her take home for the day? So these are the questions for your activity for week 11. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. So once again, for week 11, we had defined wage and also discuss methods of wage payment and explain the nature and scope of minimum wage. So thank you once again, everyone. Before ending this PowerPoint presentation and discussion, I would like to say thank you and share a Bible verse from the book of Mark chapter 9 verse 23. Said Jesus, everything is possible for one who believes. So thank you once again, everyone, and God bless.